students, this is Miss Field in the computer lab, and I miss seeing you here at school, but today we're going to talk about some things that we would talk about if you were here in person in the computer lab during related arts. So today we're going to introduce something to you that's new to third grade. You may not even realize this is a thing, but for fourth and fifth grade, if you're watching, this will be a little bit of a review for you, but just stay with us because there is something that you're going to do later, and I'll show you. So first we're going to log in, of course, and we're going to go to Google Chrome and get on our school website. What we're talking about today is our Office 365 Microsoft package that, if you're fortunate enough to go to school in Rutherford County, they give to all the students for free to use each year that you're a student in Rutherford County. Now that means elementary school, middle school, and high school. So what we're going to learn about today is going to be something you'll use for many years if you stay in Rutherford County. And if you move away to a different county or a different state, it will be deactivated, but as long as you're a student in Rutherford County, you're going to be able to use this for free. And it's to help you have access to the Microsoft apps. Some we're familiar with, some may be new to you, but you'll be able to use these apps for free to work on your schoolwork at school and home, or both. You'll be able to share things with teachers. You'll be able to do things in teams and collaborate in groups with other students as you grow through school. And this will all be things that will help you with those. So we're going to learn about our Office 365 package and our OneDrive today. So first is, how do I find it? How do I get on it? So first we would go to our school, of course, and then under students, we know that most of our links are under student resources. So we're going to drop down 3 notches and click the student resource page. Now you're familiar with this page. We get on several of these links throughout the year. And the one we're going to today is OneDrive. Now if you'll notice, the symbol for OneDrive is usually a cloud, and we'll talk more about cloud computing. It's basically storage, electronic storage for your files, your folders, your documents, your presentations that you've worked hard on, and it's internet based, so therefore you won't lose it. There's no fear of you forgot to save it or that something happened to your device and it's gone forever. The fact that you're doing it in the cloud and on the internet means that it's going to be saved and backed up. So you can access it at school, and you can also access it at home. To know more about BrainPop, there will be, to know more about cloud computing, there will be a BrainPop link that you can click, and he does a great job on this video explaining what cloud computing is. And if you're not familiar with it, I think you'll know a little more after you watch the video. So watch for that link on my staff page. When you're watching this video, it should be there. And if you have to put in the username is Christiana2, and the password is BrainPop. It may be on your Clever page. It may be, the link may automatically take you there. I'm not sure. But if you have to log in, there is the login information. Christiana2 and BrainPop, lowercase letters. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to click OneDrive. And of course, you're going to be seeing my OneDrive because I'm the person logged into the computer. When you're logged in, it will take you to yours. Now, if you're in third grade, you're not going to have anything here yet because you have not created anything so far. Fourth and fifth grade, you may notice if you were here last year, the folders that we created last year. It may say 2019-2020, third grade or fourth grade, and it will be there from last year if you were here. Now, what you're seeing is my folders, and of course you can see the symbol for the folder out beside it. If I scroll down, you'll see the documents I've made and saved. Of course, the symbols will match what kind of document it is. If it's a Word document, it'll have the blue W. If it's a PowerPoint, it'll have the red P. And if it's the green with the X, that's an Excel spreadsheet. We've done those before. I know third graders, you may remember making spreadsheets on our graphs, our bar graphs last year. So we have used some of these apps in the past, like Word. You've typed documents before. Word is the blank paper that we type on. So we have done Word before, but we just want you to know that there's a place where you can now save your work to retrieve it later, print it out, share it with your teacher. So if you'll notice, I have lots of documents in mine, And they are in alphabetical order, so Microsoft puts them in alphabetical order from A to Z. So if you're looking for something, you would go down the list and find the title, what it starts with. And we'll talk about not forgetting to title our documents in a few minutes. But today we're going to make our first folder for 3rd grade, and for 4th and 5th, you're going to make a new folder for the grade you're in now. So at the top of the page, here are our functions or tools we can use to create something new. And if you'll notice, new has a plus sign, because anytime we want to add something new, we go to the plus sign. So let's click that. And then we select from the options that drop down what we're wanting to make. And in this case, it's a folder. So we're going to click folder. Now the computer is nice enough to remind us to title our folder, give it a name. So this is where you will type the title of your folder. And for 3rd grade, it will be the school year 2020 to 2021, 3rd grade. You see it on the board over there, so don't forget to capitalize your G. It is a title. So hold down the shift key and make a capital G. For 4th grade, yours will say 2020-2021, 4th grade. And for 5th grade, yours will say 2020-2021, 5th grade. So everyone should make a folder just to start your year out and to put documents inside of it that we make in the computer lab this year. Now, folders are just a way to stay organized. And as you notice, I've got lots of folders, and within those folders are many things. And if you don't make folders to put your documents inside of, then before you know it, you have lots and lots and lots of individual documents that you have to scroll through to find. So it's just a way to stay organized. And since you're going to use this for many years to come, it's just a way to know where something was. It's a way to know what grade you were in when you created it. And then as you get older, it'll be up to you to decide if you want to delete that item, if you want to keep it, look back at it, have a laugh, or just delete it if you're not interested in it anymore. So we've created a folder, and it should pop up on your list, and you should see your title there. Now, occasionally we make a mistake, and if you notice that you spelled grade wrong or that you forgot to capitalize grade, there is a way to fix it. You would select the bubble out beside it, and then at the top are many things that pop up that you can pick, and the one to fix a mistake would be rename, and this is where you have the chance to correct your spelling errors or anything you see that's wrong with it. So you would correct that and click rename, and it would fix it for you. So selecting the bubble out beside of something is the way that you choose that item to do something to it. It is not the way you open it though. So if we want to open a folder, we would have to click on the name of the folder. Notice the cursor turns into a hand, and we click that and it opens. And then inside of my folder, I have several things. Now yours will not have anything in it because you've not created anything yet. So, and we'll create things as time goes on. The first thing we did create in class was a pledge, a digital citizen pledge. We typed out how we were going to be a good digital citizen here at school and at home by using technology in a respectful, responsible, and safe way. Now, if you want to do this at home, what you would do is open up your folder, whatever grade you're in, open that folder, and as you remember before, to make something new, we go back to the new button, click that, and this time we'll make a Word document, and we'll type up our pledge on this paper. So here's some typing practice for you. First thing I remind students to do is name your document, because that's very important. The computer does not remind us to name our Word documents or other presentations in OneDrive. So the first thing you should do is click at the top where it says document, out beside of the word Word, and click that. If you don't name your document, the computer just calls it document, and then document 1, document 2, document 14, just how many ever documents you've created without a name. And the problem with that is when you're trying to find something important, you've got to open every one of those documents and scroll through those to find what you're looking for. So the most important thing to do is label your document first so you don't forget. So you would type the name in the box, and then you can press enter, or you can just click the white paper and it's going to show up there. Now I'm going to go back and show you some of those examples. And I did this on purpose to show you. As you can see, I made a document here that I did not name. So it's just called document. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to click that document, to see what it is, to see if it's worth keeping or if it's something I started and never finished, and it is. It's a blank piece of paper, so I know that I can get rid of that one. Once again, you click the bubble out the side, and then your choices are up here, and I'm going to delete that document. Now the computer gives us one more chance to make sure we're wanting to delete something. That way you don't run the chance of deleting something really important that you worked hard on. So you've got one more chance to make up your mind if you do want to delete that or not, and I do, so I'm going to click delete. And then it'll disappear from the list, and then I have one more that I need to take care of. But what we want you to do, I've already got it typed up, is to type this pledge, if you have time, type the pledge on a Word document. You can call it pledge or digital citizenship pledge. You can decide what you want to call it. I just call this pledge. And then you type it up saying, I pledge to be a good digital citizen when I use technology at school and home. And then sign it with your name. Of course, I signed my name, so you're going to sign yours. Okay? And you can use some of the tools at the top that we've used in the past. I made this really big in class because I wanted the students in the back of the room to be able to see it. But you probably should not be typing it any bigger than size 20 or 18. Of course, there's fonts that you can choose. You can choose your font style. But none of that's all that important right now. What you want to do is just type it up. And then it'll save it in your 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade folder, depending on what grade you're in. Now, the way I go back, you can either click Files here, or you can click My Files over there. And that takes you back to the original screen that shows all of your folders, all of your documents. And over time, you'll just want to be responsible, try to keep this organized, try to delete things that are not important to you anymore, put things inside of folders and label those folders. So this will be part of your responsibility as you go through school. And it is a nice thing to have. It's a package. And in case you want to see the other apps, I forgot to mention that this little symbol up here in the corner, and my screen, I apologize, cuts it off just a little bit. It's 9 little squares in the shape of a waffle. So we call that the waffle. And when you click that, you will see all the apps that are available for you to use in your Office 365. And OneDrive is the one we just went to. And of course, there's Word, Excel, PowerPoint. We will make PowerPoints and sways in 4th and 5th grade this year. So some of these we'll use later in the year. Some of these you may not use at all, or you may use in some of the older grades as you get older. And Microsoft Teams is new this year. It's a way to collaborate and work and chat as a team and work on projects together with a group and share that information back and forth. So we'll get into these in a little more detail in another lesson, but just to let you know, they're under the waffle and they're yours to use. And so we hope you're responsible with them and they help you during your school years. Thank you.